What's up guys, Max here and welcome back to my dungeon. For you today I have here the Asus TUF Z690, one with the DDR4 and one with the DDR5. So after 3 months more or less that I'm really pushing the motherboard to the limits and I've tested liking a lot of stuff, I want to share with you my feedback. So stay tuned and let's go straight to the point. First of all, the two motherboards are exactly the same, except, of course, for the memory. But like in the VRM and all the other circuits, the motherboard are just exactly made the same way. I was able to overclock from the small CPU of the 12 series of Intel to the big one like the 12900KS. I try to do some daily overclock, some extreme overclocking with a phase change cooler to negative 30, negative 40, so I really try to do almost everything, RAM tuning and so on. So the DDR4 version. This is a really solid motherboard because I was able to tune the memory to 4000, which is more or less the limit of the CPU in Gear 1, and delivering a really low latency and really nice gaming performance. So if you are looking to upgrade your current system to the newest generation from Intel, and you want to save your DDR4 because it's a decent kit, maybe if you have like a BDI kit or something like that that can go at 4000 with low timings, this is a great choice because you have only to buy the motherboard and the CPU, and so you can save money with the memory that we know DDR5 are not cheap right now. So performance-wise, this is a really nice motherboard for the performance of the memory and also for the CPU because I try to overclock the 12900KS, so the CPU that was made to overclock. I was able to reach like 6 gigahertz at a negative 30 with an extreme cooler, so phase change. So this one for daily is more than enough, even if you want to use the 12900KS. So this is a really nice motherboard if you want to save some money but to have a really performant system. So I think this is the best choice, one of the best choice right now for an upgrade. But let's talk about the sister, the DDR5 version. All right, so performance-wise is the same as the other. So if you want to overclock the top of the line, you can do it. If for a daily is more than enough. You have a lot of VRM, so the system will be stable even with the big CPU and overclocking. Talking about DDR5, why should you upgrade also the memory kit? Well, there's a lot of reason. Maybe you are using some application that benefit from the extra bandwidth that the DDR5 have. So in that case, you may think to upgrade to a DDR5 motherboard. Or maybe you have the budget and you want to jump into DDR5, you have found a good kit, and you can start now with DDR5, start to, start tuning because you want the latest technology. And performance wise, I was able to achieve 6600 with the memory C32 with decent voltage, so for daily use, and really tight timings. And so far, there are not a lot of motherboard that can do this easily. And trust me, it was really easy to reach 6.6 on the memory with this one. Then the motherboard stops and you cannot go above that. But to be honest, it's really hard to find as well CPUs and memory that can go that high with the RAM right now and with a decent price. So performance-wise, with DDR5, this is probably same or very similar to the top of the line right now for memory speed. So my feedback on this and tuning DDR5 with this motherboard is absolutely great because really tuning 6.6 was super easy. And if you have the application or just because you want to start tuning DDR5, this is a really a nice choice. So it's up to you if you want to upgrade your system, using a small budget, but start right now with the new generation with DDR4, or if you want to uh, move the step toward DDR5 and start upgrading the motherboard, the RAM, and the CPU. And then when you change generation, you still have a good kit of DDR5 to use and spend less money later. This is up to you, but my personal feedback about the two motherboard is absolutely positive. in a way or the other, I found a really strong motherboard that can let you set up a good daily system, and even if you want to do some overclock or some benchmark and to push the system to the limit, this is a really solid board. So uh, being like in the middle of the series is not an apex, is not a maximum, but is a really solid. So you don't have to worry about DRM, even if you do rendering or stuff like that. This will do just fine. So for today, I think is everything. I'm going to show you in the next video some other cool stuff like liquid cooling on the memory and stuff like that. Some phase change cooling project that I'm working on. So stay tuned and see you in the next one.